For more on this, I'm joined by Pierluigi Paganini, the Chief Technology Officer at cyber defence company Cybaze. Thank you so much for your time, sir. We've said that an unknown number of users were affected. Do we know who was the target of this hack?
Well, at time it's quite difficult to understand who is the real target of the attacks. And another aspect that we have to consider that this kind of surveillance software developed by NSO groups is used by many governments and intelligence agencies worldwide. Actually, WhatsApp did not name the threat actor. The company just defined the threat actor very advanced cyber actor. And another aspect that we have to consider that the level of sophistication of the attacks is very huge. So we are facing with targeted attacks and very sophisticated. This means, from my opinion, that we are facing with a nation-state actor and in any case a government actor.
Is this, in your opinion, more an indictment on gaps in security of WhatsApp, or is it more evidence of how sophisticated the NSO group is? Or perhaps both?
Well, yeah, what I can tell you that in these specific attacks, the software used a zero-day vulnerability in order to target the device. This means that the vulnerability was not known at the time of the attacks. In this case, it's quite hard to defend a mobile device. It's quite impossible. So the level of sophistication is very high. And another aspect that we have to consider that the zero-day market is a profitable business. Exactly like the surveillance business. Many companies today offer for sale zero-day exploit, and this malicious code could be used to target any kind of devices, computers, and also IoT devices.
What more can you tell us about the NSO group for those who may not be familiar with this world?
Yeah, I can tell you that NSO Group is a very sophisticated company. They provide surveillance software for both Android and Apple devices, and it is very common to find this kind of software used by government, intelligence agency, and law enforcement. In many times, we have found also evidence that the software developed by NSO Group was used also to track and to spy on journalists and on any kind of opposition to specific governments. For example, the governments of Mexico, and also someone suspects that the software was also used in the Khashoggi case.
WhatsApp has always marketed itself as particularly safe given it has end-to-end encryption, but obviously in this case that wasn't of much use. Is this a lesson for people to be very aware of how their information is being used or the potential for anything to be hacked?
I can tell you that nothing is secure. Potentially, everything can be hacked. Regarding the end-to-end encryption, yes, end-to-end encryption is a very important measure, but the end-to-end encryption can protect only communication from being eavesdropped by an attacker that is in the man-in-the-middle position, so an attacker that can eavesdrop the traffic. In this case, we are speaking about a different kind of attack, because the attacker used a zero-day vulnerability that is able to compromise a mobile device, and once the attacker has compromised the device, he can get the control of the camera, of the microphone, he can exfiltrate data, he can record keystroke, he can get access to the location of the device. So it's a perfect spying tool.
Thank you for that. We'll have to leave it there. That's Pierluigi Paganini, the Chief Technology Officer at Cybaze. Thank you.